Hi everyone, in this video, we'll be going over how to factory reset your Q server, so let's get started. Factory resetting your Q server can be used to wipe clean your Q server and return it to its default settings. There are many reasons for this. The most common reason is because you forgot your PIN code to access your Q server. Or sometimes you want to wipe your system before transferring ownership of the product, or you just want to do a little spring cleaning. In this video, we'll go over what to do before factory resetting, the different ways you can factory reset, and then how to do the initial setup again after it's factory reset. So before you factory reset, if you're still able to access your Q server, which means you didn't forget your PIN code, the first thing you'll want to do is back up all your app and firmware files. As you can see here, I have a collection of applications and firmware files that I want to keep so I can re-import them onto my Q server after the factory reset. So in order to do that, I'll have to export those and save them. So you can go to each file one by one if you want to export certain ones. However, if you just want to export all the apps and all the firmware in your Q server, what you can do is go to the settings icon on your Q server, then go to System Actions, and then scroll down to Download Backup. When you do that, click the download button, and it'll create a zip file of all the JSON files for the application and firmware. So just as an example, here is that zip file that I opened up. You can see those are my apps that I have and the firmware files that I have here. So we'll just quit out of that. So there are two ways to factory reset your Q server. The first way is to reset it on the UI of the Q server. For the UI reset, what you do is you go to the settings again on your Q server, and then you scroll down to factory reset, and then you just click the button. And then when it'll ask you, are you sure? You click the reset button. Now the second way is to physically factory reset your Q server. This is typically done if you can't access the UI on your Q server. To do this, you take something small like a push pin or the male end of a jumper wire. You'll insert that pin into the small slot next to the status LED on your Q server, and then hold down that reset button for at least 10 seconds. You'll see the status LED on your Q server turn solid red. Once you see the status LED is now blinking once green, that means it's ready for the quantum setup again. So to do that, we're back on the computer here. I'll have to go to my network settings, and then I'll have to select the network quantum setup. Now once I've done that, a pop-up menu will appear, and this is where I'll connect the Q server to my actual Wi-Fi network. And if you do not see this page, what you can do is type in the IP address 192.168.42.1 into your browser, and then that'll help you do the initial Wi-Fi setup from there. But here I am on the pop-up. I'm just going to select the network and then type in the password and then click continue. And then this page here will show you what the status LEDs mean when they show different colors and different intervals. So you can take a look at that and then click connect and save. Now once you have done that, you can go ahead and type in cloud.quantumintegrate.com. And this will take you to our cloud website where you'll log into your account, and then you can find the IP address to connect to your Q server again. So I'll just type mine in here. And then you can see here at the page it says the Q server is online. There is the IP address, and I'll just select open. And then now we'll have to do that initial setup on the Q server where we'll have to create a new PIN code. So you go ahead and type in the PIN code you want. Go ahead and confirm it. Click you have read and agreed to the terms and privacy policy, and then click continue. This is just a quick little tip on don't forget the PIN code, or you have to do this factory reset again. So once you do that, click continue. And then here you can log back into your cloud account for the Q server. Click continue. You can select your country and time zone again. Click continue. I like to have the developer mode on so I can take full advantage of the Q server. And also I like to turn on the send error reports back to Quantum. That way our team of developers can find any errors with our system and quickly fix those issues for you all. So now we can go ahead and get started. And there we go. Now we're back at the home screen of the Q server. Everything is returned to its default settings. As you can see, I don't have any firmware attached to the Q server. I don't have any apps, and I don't have any clients paired to it. So you're gonna have to do that all over again. That's why we exported the apps and the firmware, because I wanted to keep those files. You can just click the import button, click copy from file, select your backup, and just go ahead and start selecting each firmware file you want to add. Click open, import, and now you'll see it appear in the firmware list or the apps list. So that's how you factory reset your Q server. Make sure you check out the links in the video description below for more information. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.